Just because I look like this every single day, you think that you know me. Me, if I want, I can also look like this.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love and support. I truly appreciate you. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is Abigail Davis and I absolutely love all things makeup, inspiration and family. So please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share it with other beautiful people, and please leave a comment in the comment section down below. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can receive a notification every time I upload a video. And in this video, I'm basically going to do, or recreate rather, the look that we created with Mihlali on that day. So I'm super excited for this video. So yes, let's get into the tutorial. Alrighty. Okay, so my skin is already prepped and primed. I'm going to go straight into my primer basically that we were given on the day. And this is the Porefessional by Benefit. Now, I must say I was a bit disappointed that we got a mini size. This is so cute though. But yes, this is the Porefessional Pro Balm to minimize the appearance of pores. And I'm basically just going to apply that all over my face. I'm really going to use a little bit of this.
Skin is very, very important, and before you even do your makeup, you want to make sure that you have a skincare routine that you follow. Make sure to wear sunscreen under your makeup. That's also very important. And it also helps you do things like exfoliate, or maybe even if you have a big event, of course you can't do this every single day, but to exfoliate your skin and steam it. That also helps get rid of any dead skin and texture.
Okay, now that all my face is nice and primed, as you can see, it does look more matte than what it did before. I'm going to go in straight with my foundation, and the foundation I'll be using is the Colorstay 24-hour combination oily skin by Revlon, and I'm in the color 007 Toast. I've used this foundation before and I must say I've been loving it, especially now for winter. It doesn't dry out my skin too much. I do have oily skin, so I usually go for foundations that are very mattifying, but this is for combination oily skin, so the coverage is quite good and it doesn't dry out my skin, which I do love. And I've got that on my beauty blender. I'm just going to dot that all over. On the day of the masterclass, we did start with our foundation, so I'm going to do exactly what we did on that day. Alright, now that that is nicely blended, next I'm going to go in with my brows, and we use the Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit, and this is what it looks like. I'm also going to take my signature brush set, and I'm going to be using this brush right over here to brush out my brows. Like that. And then I'm just going to take my brow pencil and slightly fill my brows in. Okay guys, that's my brows all done. You know, I think that's the best I'm going to get them for today. It's been quite a struggle, so I actually did them off camera really quickly. So yes, that's what I'm using today. Next, I believe we went in with concealer, and this is the Revlon Colorstay Full Coverage Concealer. This is in the color 055 Chestnut, and using this flat brush right here from Signature, I'm just going to carve out my brows. That is what we did next, I believe. So Because it has a doe foot like this, I'm just going to apply some on my hand, like that much. Then I'm going to take my flat brush, take my concealer. I don't really like to start with a lot because I just want to make sure that I have the shape of my brow first, and then I'll simply prime my lids. So let's do that. And one thing about this Revlon Colorstay concealer is that it dries down really fast. So you just want to make sure that you get your product exactly where you want it to be, and then blend out, because it dries down so fast that if you don't do that, it's going to be a bit difficult to blend it out. So I've got that concealer where I want it. Ooh, pretty. You can already see the difference between that brow and that one. This one just looks more carved out. And I'm blending that concealer. And I'm going to take some more and prime my eyelids. Get that ready for foundation. What I've noticed is that Mihlali does take a lot of product and carves out the brow as well as priming the lids. And I noticed that really made the foundation look really beautiful. I personally am a bit afraid to use a lot of product, so I use really little. And that is the bottom of my brow carved out. I'm just going to do the same for the other brow. And there we go. That is the bottom half of my brows carved out. And to carve out the top of my brows, because the concealer that we used is so light, what Mihlali suggested is that you take a little bit of your foundation and mix it in with your concealer, or else you could just use your foundation to carve out the top of your brows. But I'm just going to mix the two, mostly taking the foundation. Same brush, and I'm going to carve out the top of my brows. Now this is not something that I would usually do unless I'm going for like a very glamorous event. I don't mind the top of my brows looking the way that it is now, but like I said, I want to show you guys exactly what we did on that day. So this video might be a bit long, but let's soak up all the information. Okay, I definitely did not take a lot of that product. I did just blend it out a bit on my hand, and I'm going to start carving out that brow. Take your time with this, because I feel like once your brows are messed up, there's just no going back. We have our beautiful brows. I'm just taking my beauty blender and I'm blending whatever product I have right here. And just to have a more natural brow, I'm going to take the beauty blender and just blend out front of my brows. And there we go. That's gorgeous. I don't know about you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section, but I absolutely love how my brows turned out. Unfortunately, in this makeup kit we were not given a brow gel to set our brows, so I believe we just left it like this. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up my base. So I'm going to conceal and brighten up my face using the same concealer by Revlon Colorstay. And I love these concealers. They definitely are full coverage, but you really have to work fast with them, I believe. So I'm not going to apply too much. You want some on your forehead, down the bridge of your nose, and your chin. I believe we also applied some on our Cupid's bow. And using my damp beauty blender, I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. Alrighty guys, now that our concealer is nicely blended, I know I look a bit white right now, but that's fine, we will sort it out. Now that the concealer is blended, we were not given powder in its original packaging, so I'm assuming this is by Revlon, the loose, I think it's called the Photoready powder by Candid. I think it is, but it's basically a translucent powder that we were given. I'm not sure why we weren't given the actual one in its packaging, but I'm just going to get some of that powder on my beauty sponge, and I'm just going to set my whole face. Alrighty. Okay, next we're going to move on to our eyeshadow. I believe we did our eyeshadow first before doing the rest of our face. So I'm going to do one eye off camera, and then I will show you guys the look on the other eye. So I'll be back soon. Okay guys, I'm back and one eye is done. As you can see, I went for a cut crease. So on that day, Mihlali did two looks. She did a soft glam look, and then she did a cut crease. Now I chose to go for the cut crease because she used black, and I'm not usually one that gravitates to such a dark color. I usually make my eye looks very subtle. I'm going to show you how I created this eye look. I know I look a bit crazy right now, but it will all balance out once this eye is done. So I'm going to start off with this Dreamer Revlon Colorstay palette, and we started off with this color right here, a beautiful transition shade that I'm going to apply in my crease using this brush right here. It's a 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush from Zoeva, and this was in our kit as well. So it's a nice fluffy brush, and my eyelids are already primed, so I'm going to go in with that color into my crease. And you really want to take time and build this color. As you can see, I'm holding my brush towards the end so that we have nice movement and nice placement of the color. Next, I'm going to go in with this Rocker palette by Revlon, and this is a beautiful dark eyeshadow color and palette rather. And I'm going to be taking this brush right here. It's the 221 Luxe Soft Crease brush, and this is also from Zoeva. What it look like, and I'm gonna go in with the black in this palette. A little daunting for me, but definitely something that I enjoy doing. And I'm just going to pack this color on the outer corner of my eye. So you want to place the color first. As you can see, I'm stamping the color in just on the outer corner of my eye. And it's okay if it's a bit messy right now. We're definitely going to do more blending. Now, fortunately, these eyeshadow palettes does not have a lot of fallout. Usually, if you are working with darker colors, make sure that you do your eyeshadow first, so that if there is fallout from the palette, you can just wipe it away with a wipe. But at the masterclass, we did start exactly with the steps that I've showed you. And fortunately, these eyeshadow palettes doesn't have a lot of fallout. So now that we have the black exactly where we want it, I'm not going to add any more eyeshadow, but I'm just going to start blending that into my crease so that we have definition. And I'm blending the outer corner. Going in with my signature brush, the one that I use to carve out my eyebrows, I'm just going to take my concealer that I've been using, the Colorstay, apply some on the back of my hand, and we're going to do a cut crease. So you want to apply your concealer down here, look up, and that's exactly where your cut crease needs to be. So I'm happy with how that is looking. There isn't a lot of concealer on there, and I'm just going to set that cut crease using the Dreamer palette again. I'm going to use this beige / off-white nude color with this brush right here. This is the 238 Luxe Precise Shader. It's a nice small brush, and I'm just going to set that cut crease. And you just want to tap on the eyeshadow. Now that our cut crease is set, the next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we get rid of these harsh lines over here. That is just not pretty. So using the same brush, the 221 Luxe Soft Crease brush with the black, I'm not going to take any product right now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend these two together just to get rid of that harsh line. The key to great eyeshadow, guys, is just to blend, blend, blend. And honestly, this is something that takes the longest. Doing my base is so quick, but when you want to have a great eyeshadow look, it takes time. So that looks nicely blended. I'm just going to take some more of that black, apply and blend. Okay, I'm happy with how that is looking. I'm going to go in with the brush that I applied that brown shadow with, and I'm just going to make sure that the black and the brown is nicely tied together as well. So between the brown and the black, I'm going to be going back and forth with the two colors just to make sure that there's no harsh lines and the eyeshadows are married together. That is your cut crease all done. I'm going to take the same brush, go in with the black, and just apply that on the bottom lash line. Now, as you saw previously, I did go in with the brown first because black is quite harsh, so you just want to make sure that you blend it out properly, and that is what the brown eyeshadow is going to do. That is it for the eyeshadow. Now you guys can see that this lash is very dramatic. This is Tandigama's lash line. It's called Lash Me Baby, and this is in the style Honey. So this is what the lash looks like. Pull it out. That is your lash. Everyone has a different eye shape, so the way lashes look on me, it's definitely not going to look the same on you or someone else that has bigger eyes. I've got relatively small eyes, so these lashes look very dramatic. Not something I would usually gravitate to, but although it is really pretty, it's nice and wispy. It does give you that volume, especially if you are going for a more glamorous look. These are definitely very pretty. So I'm just going to apply my mascara, and I used the Revlon Sophia's Bad Lash Waterproof Mascara. This is what it looks like. Personally, I'm not a fan of this. I do not like the applicator. It's just super big and chunky for me, but it does give a good lift to the lashes. And I'm sure you guys noticed that for this look we did not apply a black liner. Unfortunately, the kit did not have that as well. I personally like applying a winged liner with my looks, but because I guess this lash is also so dramatic, that was not necessary. So I'm just going to coat my lashes with the mascara, and I'm going to apply my lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back and my lashes are on. I've used the Duo brush on adhesive with vitamins glue. I'm not sure how I feel about this lash glue because it's so expensive, and I don't know if it's me, but usually the lashes on the inner corner usually comes loose. But I'm not a professional at applying lashes. It's still a task for me. I'm still learning, taking it day by day. So I've used those lashes. As mentioned, I've used the Lash Me Baby lashes in honey, and this is what my eyeshadow is looking like so far. These lashes are quite dramatic, so it does hide quite a bit of the eyelashes, the eyeshadow. But now we're going to move on to the rest of our faces, rest of my face. And we were not given a bronzer, so we had to use concealers to basically bronze up and contour our faces. And I'm going to go in with the Revlon Colorstay Full Coverage Concealer. This is in the color 075 Hazelnut. It is the only contouring color that they had. So I'm going to apply this where I would usually contour, right there, and my forehead, and the other side of my cheekbone, like that. And I'm quickly going to blend this out because unfortunately these concealers does dry down super quick, so you want to make sure that you're blending really quick as well. And make sure that you're dabbing your beauty blender and blending upwards like that. You see that concealer is already drying, so those dots are not really disappearing. And look at that. I was literally blending for seconds and that concealer is already dry. Oei toch. Anyway, we will work with what we've got. So just blend, blend, blend. And as you can see, we've got nice dimension and color to our face. I'm not looking so flat anymore. I don't usually contour down here, but whatever's on my brush, I'm just going to drag it down there as well. Make sure to take the contour in your hairline. And next I'm just going to contour my nose. Now if you guys saw in my previous, or my first video rather, my nose contour was super harsh, and that's because I was finding it very difficult to blend out this concealer. I don't usually wear my concealer or my contour on my nose that harsh. I usually just take my bronzer by Benefit and I slightly contour my nose, but because we weren't provided with bronzers, I had to make do with what I've got. So I'm going to take a very little bit of this product and I'm going to contour my nose. Okay guys, I think that's the best I can do right now with my contour. I'm actually quite happy with how it's looking. And next I'm going to go in with blush using this one by Revlon 033, and it's called Very Berry. I believe I used this brush right here. This is from Signature, a nice huge fluffy brush. And you really want to go in light-handed with this because it's super pigmented. So I'm just gonna tap off and apply. Okay, now that my blush is on, I'm just gonna go back in with my damp beauty blender and make sure it's nice and melted together. Like I said, this blush is quite pigmented, so you really want to start off with a light hand. And if you've applied too much, just go in with your beauty blender and blend that in. Alrighty, we're almost done. I'm going to take the Skin Light by Revlon next. This is in the color 201 Daybreak Glimmer. And when you open it, that is what it looks like. Super pretty. This is the lighter one, I do believe. I think I would have preferred a more golden one, but I'm going to take the 230 Luxe pencil by Zoeva. That's what it looks like, and I'm just going to highlight. Go taking in really little. Just gonna highlight my brow bone. Okay, I'm gonna hold my eye. To highlight my cheekbones, I'm going to be taking this brush right here. This is from Signature as well, and I'm just gonna highlight cheekbones and my temple. Okay guys, and that is it for my base. I think I'm just gonna set my face with the Revlon Photoready Prep Set and Refresh setting spray. Give that a good shake, and okay, while that is drying, I just want to show you guys all the lippies that we received. There's a whole bunch of them. On that day, I went in with a red. I believe I went in with crushed rubies, but I'm going to do 2 or 3 different looks for you guys. I think I'm going to do crushed rubies, glossed up rose, which is a nice pink, and then I'm going to do black cherry. So that is it for this look, you guys, of the Beauty and the Beat masterclass that I did by Mihlali and Damase. I must say, overall it was a good experience. I really like the products that I received. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and stay tuned for more videos. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, and please stay safe during these tough times. This too shall pass, but I'll see you in my next video. Bye.